Hi, my name is Michel. I'm the member of Hack Club. Today I'm here to talk about basis of networking. Just like how humans follow series of rules when they communicate with each other, even computers have to do the same. They communicate with each other in the same language and in such a way that they can hear each other. In order to do so, they use something called protocol. So what is protocol? Protocol is a defined set of standards that the computer must follow in order to communicate properly. Just like due to this ongoing pandemic, we are suggested to do social distancing protocol. Networking involves ensuring that the computers can hear each other, that they speak protocol other computers can understand, that they repeat messages not fully delivered, and couple of things just like human communication. There are lots of different models to discuss various layers of networking. But in this video, I'm going to explain about TCP IP 5-layer network model. It is super important to know how these layered model work in order to understand networking. So what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Now let's understand each layer of this model and what purpose it serves. So our first layer is the physical layer. Physical layer is lot like how it sounds. Physical layer represents the physical devices that connects computer and means of transmitting bits across computer network. So what is a bit? A bit is the smallest representation of data that the computer can understand. It's either a 0 or a 1. The protocol used in the physical layer is 10 base T, 802.11. It doesn't matter whether you're streaming your favorite song or using an ATM. But what you're really doing is sending ones and zeros across the physical layers of different network between you and your server you're interacting with. Our next layer is the data link layer. It is the protocol layer in a program that handles the moving of data, information in and out of the physical network in a physical link in a network. The data link layer identifies the network protocol type of the packet. In this instance, that is TCP IP. The data link layer also provides error controlling and framing. So what is framing? Framing is a digital data transmission unit in a computer network. The most widely used protocol to send data across individual link is known as Ethernet. Ethernet is the protocol of the data link layer. Ethernet and the data link layer provide a means for a software at higher level of the stack to send and receive data. One of the primary purpose of this layer is to essentially abstract away all the need for any other layer to care about the physical layer and what hardware is used. By dumping this responsibility on the data link layer, the internet, the transport, the application layer can all operate the same no matter how the device they are connected. So, for example, uh, if your web browser if your web browser doesn't need to know if it's running on a device connected via a twisted pair or a wireless connection. It just needs the underlying layers to send and receive data for it. The addressing method used in the data link layer is the MAC address. So what is MAC address? MAC address is a globally unique identifier attached to an individual network interface. It's a 48-bit number Y normally represented by 6 grouping of 2 hexadecimal numbers. Another way to reference each group of numbers in a MAC address is an octet. We'll see more about MAC address in the upcoming videos. So let's move on to our third layer, that is the network layer. There is no way of knowing where on a planet a certain MAC address might be at any point in a time. So it's not at all ideal for communicating across distance. Clearly, we need another solution, and that is the network layer and the IP address that comes along with it. What is a network layer? Network layer is sometimes called as internet layer. The most important protocol used in the network layer is IP or Internet Protocol. This layer allows different networks to communicate with each other through devices called routers. We'll study more about routers in the upcoming videos. Collection of network connected together through routers is an internetwork, and the most famous is the internet. See, when the device on your home network connects with the server on the internet, it's the network layer that helps get the data between these two locations. The most important protocol used is IP. IP is the heart of the internet. So, what is an IP? IP address are 32-bit long numbers made up of 4 octets, and each octet is normally described in decimal numbers. 8 bits of data or a single octet can represent all decimal number from 0 to 255. Our fourth layer, that is the transport layer. Network software is usually divided into client and server. The client initiates request for data, the server accepts the request across the network. That is, the transport layer sorts out the client and the server program that are supposed to get the data. The most important protocol used in the transport layer is TCP or Transmission Control Port Protocol or UDP, that is User Datagram Protocol. Transport layer is responsible for ensuring that the data gets to the right application running on those nodes. Let's move on to our last layer, that is the application layer. In application layer, there are lots and lots of protocol used. It would be completely useless or wouldn't make any sense for us to cover all of them. But there are few protocols I would like to mention. There are protocols that is used to allow you to browse the web or send receive email. These are some common ones. There are lots of different web browsers. You could be using Chrome, Internet Explorer, Safari, come on, you name it. They'll all need to speak the same protocol. Same thing is true for web server. Web browser would be your client and web server would be your server. The most popular web servers are Apache, Microsoft IIS. For web trafficking, the application protocol uses HTTP. We'll learn more about HTTP in the upcoming videos. So basically, you can think all these layers as different aspects of package being delivered. The physical layer is the delivery truck. The data link layer is how the truck gets from one intersection to the other. The network layer identifies which road A has to take to reach B. The transport layer ensures that the delivery guy knocks on your door and tell you that your package has been arrived. And the last layer, that the application layer, is the content of the package itself.